So we're on our way to our next stop on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and that is Linville Falls. And then after that is the North Carolina Museum of Minerals, and that will actually get us back to the point where we were a couple weeks ago. So we're narrowing down the sections of the parkway that we have.
One left.
Yep, and then we'll have one left, and we'll actually be doing that next weekend. So yeah, we got 2 stops on the parkway left for today, and then if time permits, we'll head up to Lake James State Park.
And right now, we're in the Pisgah National Park National Forest.
Forest.
Pisgah National Forest part of the parkway.
Yep, and the colors on the trees are starting to turn. So within the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to see an abundance of reds, oranges, and yellows. We've seen some today, and we just can't wait to see it. The plan today is not to hike out to Linville Falls. We've actually been in the area before. We're trying to hit these last few stops on the parkway, but since we're going to be nearby next weekend and also Sunday, we don't really have anything planned. We might come back and do these hikes. They were about half mile to mile out, and so anywhere from a mile to 2 miles round trip. So should be pretty nice hikes, just they're not in the cards for today. I've got the camera actually zoomed in to what's behind me because we made a little side trip while I was driving down the parkway. Actually first we could smell we've had the windows down, so we could smell the apples, and there's a whole big old orchard of apples. Then all of a sudden, let's click that again, we came upon the orchard at Alta Pass. So Andrea's actually inside. She's gonna find us. I don't know what she's gonna find us. They had apple butter, apple jellies, they had all kinds of canned fruits and vegetables, they had barbecue sauce, they had ice cream, they had apples. I mean, it's one of those little almost like a produce stand, but it's not. The only produce here is apples, but still, little side trip because it just smelled too good, and everything inside there looks really good. Andrea picked up some apple cheddar dog treats. Hey, I didn't see those.
Yeah, got a piece of apple pie to split.
Apple pie and
some apple butter.
Apple butter. Sounds good. I know what we're having for breakfast tomorrow now. Yeah, here is a little bit of video of the actual orchards I was talking about, and just driving down the parkway, it just puts off a great apple smell. And I can promise you one thing, if you came here, get the apple pie. I don't think we got enough. So last time you saw us, we were at the apple orchard, and you saw our very good apple pie and the other things we got. Well, we tried to make it to Lake James, but basically when we got there, it was right when the visitor center would have closed, so it was like, okay, let's just go ahead and head back. And it's actually a good thing we did, because it was an hour and 40-minute drive from where we were, because we decided to add Lake James late in our trip. So our trip was basically a vertical line going down. Then we chose Lake James. It made a turn. So in order to get back, we had to go back this way, then back this way. So basically made a huge circle. It took all day, but we got back, went by Walmart. Andrea picked up some stuff for tonight for supper, which we're doing hamburger steaks with peppers, onions, and mushrooms, which actually you can see the peppers, onions, and mushrooms on the grill going, and I got more coals right there going. So that's the plan for tonight, at least for right now. Yep, and as long as I don't have to put those coals into the grill, those coals will be used for the fire that I went and got some firewood for tonight. So we're going to sit out here and relax, enjoy this nice cool weather. Campground's getting a little filled up now. There's a whole lot more people here, which you can hear in the background. But still, it's a pretty nice setup and pretty nice campground. And I did not do the tour of the site. I got too much stuff out here right now. I'll wait until the morning, so you'll get that in the morning. And dinner is served. Took me a little bit longer than usual to do it because I did it over the grill and nothing wanted to work with us tonight. So, bon appetit. It's time to call it a night. We'll see you in the morning, and hopefully we can hit all 3 of those state parks we've been wanting to get for basically the last few weeks. So,
might be too tired.
might be too tired because we're getting to bed a little bit late here because we did dinner a little bit late because, yeah, it took a little bit longer than we figured doing it over the grill. So, if not, we can always push one to Sunday since we got nothing planned for right now. So, we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning! It is breakfast time. We're getting a little bit of a late start. Cora actually wasn't feeling too good last night, so I was up most of the night with her. So right now is breakfast, and it's a breakfast fit for a Lord. And by that, I mean a Sith Lord. We have a Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, and R2-D2 with some bacon. Yes, we're having pancakes that are shaped like Star Wars characters. We are, well, not right outside. We're pretty close to New River State Park. Been driving up here for about the last 45 minutes or so. Plan is still to do the 3 state parks today, but Cora's still not feeling good, so things are, we're playing on by ear to see how she feels and everything once we get here. But there's one weird thing about New River. Well, let's say there's one weird and one interesting. Interesting, this is the 2nd oldest river in the world, and it flows north, which in the northern hemisphere, usually rivers flow south, so it's a quirk about this state park. So we're just a couple miles away, so I'm sure we can find out why it does that. We have finally made it to New River State Park. If you're coming here to get to the visitor center, then you definitely need to come to the 221 access. The thing about that is, it's in the middle of nowhere, but they have very good signage telling you exactly how to get here. And also Google Maps hit it right on the head. So we'll go up here to the visitor center, get us a trail map, and also get our stamp. This will be our 20th stamp actually in the book. Yeah, we still have the one from Jones Lake that we haven't cut out and actually put in there. So technically 21, but we're going to say it's 20 just so we can get them to sign it off. So, all right, here's the visitor center right behind me. Plan is to do what's goo? What's goo? Plan is to do the track trail which leads out the left side of the visitor center. So Andrea's going to the bathroom right fast. Got the dogs, they're down here, they're ready to go. As long as Cora's still feeling good, that's what our plan is. She's still doing good, maybe we'll do a little bit more. But I know that we still have 2 more state parks we're going to try to do today. I think these signs are really neat. It shows what the footprint is for each of the animals. You got a muskrat here, and Andrea, oh, I'm getting tripped over the dogs. And here's a mink, and there's a couple others right here outside the visitor center, so you know what to identify the prints on the trails. Here's a shot of the back of the visitor center. There's one thing about it, a lot of these visitor centers look very similar because I think they were all done about the same time. So why not use the same thing, because not a lot of people's going to be doing what we're doing. So we've started on the track trail, which actually coincides with the Hickory Trail. It's a 1.2 mile loop. So it should be a very nice walk. It's completely in the shade, in the woods. It's a little weird. I was talking about a couple weeks ago at Crowder's Mountain how just walking in the woods like that, the vegetation and the growth and everything looked very similar to what we were used to. Here, it's very similar, but at the same time, it's got a different feel to it. So it's still nice to see. So I'll give you my thoughts of the whole trail a little bit later on after we get a little bit further. But so far, it's nice and cool outside. I think it was 61 degrees last time I looked. So definitely a nice day for a good walk. Looks like we're actually coming up to, I guess we're about to cross a road or something. This trail doesn't get actually to the river, but I think we're still going to make a point to make it all the way down to the river so we can at least get a good view of it. And oh, okay. This is the road we might take to it then. These trees are actually pretty cool. Have you ever rode the Jungle Cruise at the Magic Kingdom or Disneyland? And you get to one part of the ride where they say, oh, let me show you my favorite plants. That's how I feel right now, because I'm like, I like this one, I like this one, I like this one. But I don't know what the names are. But this trail is actually pretty nice so far. I was just talking about it. It's nice, soft. We're actually on a pretty good slope, but it's level enough where you don't feel like you're unsteady or anything. And here's some of these flowers that I like that we're walking by right now. Yep. And they're on both sides of us right now. But it reminds us a little bit of Meetup Mountain and the trail we did there, but nicer.
Much less spider webs.
Yeah, whole lot less spider webs. They were terrible at Meetup Mountain. So far we haven't run into any, but we're not too far into it also. I don't know if this video is going to do the justice of the perception of looking down this trail right now, just along the path. It was, Andrew just stopped and took a couple photos of it. It was going to be an Instagram post, but probably won't because it only looks great as a vertical picture and you can't use those on Instagram. Okay, we just don't know how to do it then. So if you know, let us know in the comments. Why did Ari cross the road? The answer? To get to the other trail. So we're getting close to the end of this trail. It was a nice, easy trail, mostly in the shade. Really nice flowers to look at almost throughout the whole thing. And the area we're in right now looks like they've done a control burn in the past. So there's not as much growth of flowers and everything in the area. But overall, like I said, it was a good, easy walk, which is what we wanted today, especially with Cora not feeling so great. But she does seem like she's feeling a whole lot better right now. She's been walking right behind me the whole time, so it's a good thing that she is feeling better because I was feeling kind of bad for her this morning. But overall, New River, great trail. Would I put it near the top? No. We have been on some amazing trails that we would definitely go back and do again. We would definitely come back to New River to camp, especially if we had a canoe or kayak, which we have a kayak, but we really have a canoe so we can take the dogs with us. So we'll definitely be coming back to New River and checking out the other trails. Like the river trail, which was 1.4 miles. We just didn't know if it was the easy trail, moderate, or strenuous. But looking at how it went, it might have been a strenuous one because it does go down a very large, steep incline down. So if you go down, you got to come back up sometime. So let's go ahead and finish up this trail though. Ari's been a little gassy today while we've been walking this trail. So in that, I came up with a new dance. We call it the Ari. Ready, Ari? Let's go. Let's do the Ari. Do the Ari. But the tripping part is not part of the dance.
That's part of the Jeremy.
Here is the canoe launch. Look how clear that water is. We just took a short drive through the campground. We knew that they had a campground here and we'd seen videos on YouTube about it. But I have to say, it is a very well done campground. Lots of great level spots. It looks great. You got some that's, all of them's got electric, some of them's got water, some of them's got with sewer also. So depending on what you're wanting, they have a spot for you. So it'll be definitely one that when we have our canoe, we're going to come back, camp here, and spend a lot of time on the New River and kayaking up and down. Everywhere around here all you see is Christmas trees. This area is known for its Christmas tree farms and how many and how great the trees look. And that's why a lot of years, if you see what the Christmas tree at the White House is, it's going to be one from North Carolina, because up here in this area, they grow great ones. This is actually where we come sometimes to get ours. It's about a 4 to 5 hour drive from our house, so that should tell you how nice these trees are. Looky there, we made it to Mount Jefferson State Natural Area, which is just down the road from New River. And this is the park office.
It looks like they might have a stat box like Singletary Lake did.
I think it does. So that'll be really easy.